There are things I have to do too, but it's enough to know how you feel. I don't know when I'm gonna see you again. Me either.
You suck!
What is that music? It's so beautiful. Oh, light of Motiram or Motiram or motorboat. Well, this game from Tencent is causing quite the controversy, ladies and gentlemen. Just exactly what am I talking about? Well, stick around, folks, and you're gonna find out. I tell you what, folks, you might not remember this show, but The Electric Playground, hosted by Tommy Tallarico and Victor Lucas and Kelly Benson, was right up there with G4 TV. And if I had to choose between the two, I'll probably say G4 just because of Olivia Munn in her absolute prime and glory. But my God, I always have such fond memories rewatching these episodes. And I always love this intro. It's so cool.
Hi, I'm Tommy Tallarico.
Hey, Tommy.
I've been writing music for video games for over 7 years now, and I gotta tell you, it is one of the coolest industries on the entire planet.
I would argue video gaming is the coolest industry there is right now. Well, not exactly right now. It's got to change, and it will change.
Or what we call the electric playground.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls...
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
So Light of Motiram is made by Tencent Publishing. Just exactly how rich are they? Well, I'm going to give it to you now in words because I couldn't translate the numbers just like that from the top of my pretty head. 379,344,375,000 GBP. That's translated from the HKD original currency sum of money, which is insane, which is 3.75 trillion Hong Kong dollars. Absolutely nuts, right? So, of course, you hear about this game. I heard about it last week. They're calling it the Horizon Dawn serial killer of video games. And quite frankly, I do agree with that tagline. Well, guess what? I made that up myself. So let's just take a look at this, which again, the mainstream media are getting their knickers in a twist about this. Oh, the newly announced survival open world game looks not like Horizon Zero Dawn. Well, absolutely it does. And if you see the protagonist right here, isn't she a pretty little lovely Caucasian woman? Now, when you put her side by side with Aloy, who's gotten so fat like David Jaffe and dates other women unlike David Jaffe, then you can kind of see why people are getting G'd up about this. I am as well. This is really good. Now, I do want to look at the actual gameplay. I've seen a couple of videos going around at the moment regarding this, but I'll try and find the best one. All captured in 4K.
Wake up.
Yep, you've already sold me. That's it. I know I showed you that Twitter avatar a few moments ago, but look at that. That's just... holy crap. I mean, whatever your thoughts and feelings about Tencent, they know what the public wants. That's all I'm saying. I'm already sold. This reminds me a lot of anime characters I've seen in the past, right? When I've gone to comic book conventions in London and I've seen similar looking characters like her. And it's got a kind of a Final Fantasy vibe about her look as well, which I really like. Even in this cutscene right here, all the detail with her arrow, I'm presuming the robes, the helmet she wears, just beautiful. Man, this is what video female character design needs to look like. It doesn't have to all be about boobs and lovely bums and legs. I mean, that obviously helps, but in this case, she can be just really attractive. And my God, be a woman, right? You women are always craving recognition. You get left out. Well, look, you're being included in I'm going to call it out now. This is the game of the year 2026. I'm calling it out now. Sorry, 2025. Now I'm jumping too far ahead of myself.
I call you forth, the fourth breath I grant you, to live in this world which spirals.
Yep, obviously that's walking, talking, well, it's not a talking dinosaur, but the mechanoid Dinosaurus right here is obviously straight from the first Horizon Dawn game. And by the way, I never fully completed that first title. Yeah, Aloy looked great. And again, she was a good character. Is she a sexy character? Not really. She's like a plain boring red-headed female because Guerrilla Games didn't want to put the stereotypical brunette or blonde in the fray, right?
Against time.
Yeah, some people have said to me that the music is almost one for one the same beats, but it is what it is. This I love. Wow. My God, look at the vendor that she's getting fruit off. She's gorgeous as well. What is this? Oh, hello. Holy man, she is a pretty character. Holy shit, man.
We are with you always.
Let's see some combat.
The world shall.
Oh, I've seen this before. Flying through this Batman Arkham Asylum where you fly through the rings. Go on, smash him! Whoa, come on, man. I tell you what, you can actually tell they've done a lot of work on this game already. They've obviously studied Horizon Zero Dawn, and they've probably picked apart what was good about that game, what was bad about it, and look, I have seen some other footage of this where the character, I don't know her name, but they have to collect resources, and it's a bit janky in places how she does that. But the combat here looks very good. Is it the best? No, but the whole point is this could be the Horizon Zero Dawn game we should have gotten in the first place. No progressive nonsense that Aloy loves other women and all that nonsense, because God forbid a female protagonist in the video game can't actually have a heterosexual relationship, right? Oh, God forbid you can ever do that. And I've got to say, the enemies look really tough in this, which they ought to be. Not spongy likes. Yeah, so that's something I might have missed out in this trailer here, or this gameplay preview. She's accompanied by a drone who can become an attack vehicle to take out the enemies with you, and you can actually build a drone. You can upgrade the parts as you go along in the game, which is pretty insane. You know, I'm going to say this much as well. Everybody talks about, oh, graphics have to be fantastic in games. I think resolution is the more important thing. 1440p is like my 2K sweet spot, but 4K, oh, that's just as good. And I do think as well, it's, man, resolution, gotta have the resolution, folks. Otherwise, you're losing me. So this is like the third or fourth time we see a different scene now, and she's in a different outfit, which is really cool. Oh, here we are. Yeah, so this is the upgrading I was telling you about. And now you can fly on the thing and take out all the mechanical dinosaurs. Awesome, just awesome.
5 times I erased you, yet still you won't silence up. How much more resurgence do you need, anyway?
See, Todd Howard? This game has 16 times more the detail. Oh, look at that. In case you're burned by that gameplay footage, we've got Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, the official launch trailer, which, by the way, I'm kind of curious to see how many views this actually has. 1,300 downvotes, we'll get another one from me, compared to 502 upvotes. And the previous thing that we just watched for Light of Motiram, oh, 5,000 upvotes and 1,300 downvotes. Oh, if I just refresh that again, what do you think's going to happen now? Nothing has changed, unfortunately, but man, what an epic trailer. I know none of you have actually asked me to give you a reaction, but when these type of things do pique my curiosity, I tell you, I'm there. I'm absolutely there, man. I'm a big fan of artwork like this lovely young lady right here. Absolutely brilliant. Now, GOTY 2025, right? I'm predicting already this is going to be the controversial winner for next year's Game Awards. Not hosted by Jeff Keighley, but maybe from Stuttering Craig over at Side Scrollers, maybe him or another YouTube channel out there. But honestly, this kind of takes you back to when I was really into collecting comics, especially in the 90s, where I'd go to a comic book convention on a Sunday afternoon in London for the princely sum of £1 at the front door, and I would source out stuff like this. And this is now taking me back to that time and era where I get that nostalgia again, which I really do appreciate. Now, of course, the big question is, are Sony going to take action against Tencent, against the plagiarizing of their character here? No, they won't, because again, although Sony owns the IP for Horizon Zero Dawn, what can they do? Now, remember a few years ago, folks, there was a Chinese clone of Fortnite. Nobody gave a rat's ass about it. It wasn't even tickling the hairs on my chinny chin. But quite seriously, folks, this it's great. Is it a life-changing game? No, but I think what it's doing is Tencent have obviously seen the backlash against Horizon Zero Dawn, and the Western gaming hemisphere in general, which is just declining. and they're just doing something about it. They know what customers want. They're making a product. They're putting their money where their mouths are to get this product out to people. So I'm going to keep a very close eye on this. Yes, it does bore a similar resemblance to Monster Hunter World. But then again, are Capcom going to go after Tencent for doing this? No, I doubt it very much. I'm pretty sure Tencent, being the world's largest game publisher, probably has a few good, very well cooked pies in companies like Sega and Capcom and what have you, Nintendo maybe as well. So I don't think there's going to be any ill will towards them in that respect. And if anything, you could probably say it's an insincere form of flattery coming from Tencent, where they want to do their own version of a game that I think what's going to happen is that this is going to be more popular than Horizon Zero Dawn. I can guarantee that already. So it's great. And I think if this is the future of video gaming, where it's all coming from China and South Korea, and yeah, Japan's got the DEI nonsense coming in now into video games, which is such a shame, then I think 2025 will be an absolutely bright year when it comes to our favorite hobby. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you were me, and if I were you, and if you were her, perhaps you should return for the next video.